The last one is called Mankins 3x3. And again, if you want to do some further research on this, this is a guy called Michael Mankins. He used to work at Maricon. I think he's at Bain now. And he kind of looked at he spent a lot of time along similar lines on conversations. What's the best way of taking the most best decisions? That doesn't sound very coherent in English, but it is what I wanted to say. The most best decisions, i.e. as many decisions as we can possibly make, but we want to make sure they're the best ones at the same time. Okay. So he said, how can we do this on any particular big topic, right? The first thing we need to do is, it's a little bit like the white hat with the 6 hats, is what's the current information on any given topic? And the first meeting on any issue is, what's the information? What's the information we're missing? What's the information we can go and get? And maybe what's the information that's unknowable, right? We just have to accept we will never know. But that's where we are as a team, right? So the first meeting about the decision is purely on the information gaps, what works, what doesn't work, etc. After that, somebody goes and does a little bit of research, finds all that information that we've decided is knowable, circulates it before the next meeting. And the next meeting, we generate and discuss 3 plausible options. Again, the idea is that the human being, when he or she has a problem, tends to look for a solution. Preferably the first one that comes to mind, and then we can get on because we've got so much to do. Mankins' assumption is that the first one is not necessarily the best. So once we've found one workable solution, find a second and find a third. If we've got 3, we should have pretty much covered it. We've got the best solution out there. Following that meeting, and that's the only thing we do in that meeting, is look for 3 plausible, workable options. We may go out, we might send 3 different people off, go out and thrash it out, do some financials, do some Gantt charts, is it workable, etc., etc. So everybody comes, after distribution of the 3 documents, the last meeting, the decision is taken. Irrespective of who is there, whether somebody pops up with new information, whatever it happens to be, another option, we take a decision. So for any important decision around our meeting, there is a maximum of 3 meetings, and a minimum of 3. Because the first one is going to be about information. Even if we think we have the decision there, we do not take it, because it might not be the best. Even here, there might be one of these that looks by far the best to everybody. If we do what I call a soft shoe shuffle, you see people shuffling around like across the room, there might be one that is very apparently the favorite of the vast majority, but it might not be the best. We do a complete analysis, we come back, the 3rd meeting, the decision is taken. Now some people say that seems like a long process, 3 meetings to take a decision. But the reality is many big decisions simply don't get taken because they're too big. We never get all the information, we're always waiting for more. We never generate enough brainstorming creative options to move forward, and everybody's scared to hell of actually taking a decision. Because if we take a decision, we're kind of saying, I believe this, and we're putting our head in the noose, and all of a sudden, instead of just following the status quo, we're challenging things and going in a different direction. So we've got things to lose. So Mankins 3x3 says, if we do this, and it becomes the way of taking big decisions, we will get good at it, we'll go up the learning curve, and it'll just become the way of taking good decisions. And we'll have the best one because we'll explore all the options.